I want to talk to you about some other use cases and where we are seeing DRUID as conversational AI assistants across the globe. Because we don't talk only about the US and the US space, we also talk about the European space. And most of our use cases with which we started, and then we can see that capitalize in what is happening as well in US, started in Europe. Either if we're talking about financial services area, or if we're talking about healthcare area, in these areas, all the processes can be automated by using a conversational AI assistant. All the assistants and what I see DRUID unique and where we stand by is that we build the end-to-end workflow. So even if we started with human resources virtual assistant that is helping each one of the employees to register a new leave request or to ask to how many days am I entitled to get a sick leave per year, the virtual assistant will respond you with that in a smart manner by giving you answers based on the knowledge with which it was trained. Then it will help you to register that leave request. But this doesn't mean that the workflow has to stop there. The end-to-end workflow still continues, and then the manager gets a notification either on the email or on the Teams channel, notifying him that there is a waiting leave request pending for approval, and then he starts from that moment on his own conversation with a virtual assistant. So orchestrating these end-to-end workflows across each one of the operations that may happen inside an enterprise is, from my perspective, what is DRUID unique about. The conductor is orchestrating all these AI agents, either if we're talking about a human resources assistant virtual employee, an accounts payable virtual employee that is helping with the invoice processing, a higher education virtual employee for admin and faculty staff, or even for healthcare, for patients, for appointment management. All of these are orchestrated across and using DRUID. Of course, today we're going to have some more sessions regarding some more in-depth use case stories. In the healthcare space, we can see virtual assistants deployed for patient-facing operations, such as appointment management. Help me schedule an appointment. I want to see my upcoming appointments. I want to see where is the location address where I need to go to my appointment. And before coming to the appointment, the virtual assistant is also giving me an SMS or a notification on my SMS saying, are you coming tomorrow to your appointment? Would you like to cancel or reschedule if you're not able to make it? Again, the end-to-end workflow alongside with the omni-channel presence. So I can start a conversation on SMS. I can continue further the conversation on voice. And here we have a very good example that I really love, an eye care healthcare clinic in London, Optegra, that are using the virtual assistant for pre-operatory and post-operatory assessments. And that specific use case is very niched because they are operating cataracts, and you cannot have a surgery on cataracts on both eyes in the same time. First, you have to have the surgery on the first one, and then after 30 days, you have to have it on the second one. Continuing further, they deployed Iris, a virtual assistant available on voice and also on chat, something that I will showcase you as well in the next sessions after lunch, that is helping with that preoperatory assessment, doing the authentication of the patient, then asking all those questions in order to validate if that specific patient is qualified in order to have a cataract surgery. So it's doing all of that in the back. In the last 3 months since they started, they had 6,000 completions within the virtual assistant, out of which 75% of those were scheduled for appointment. The rest of them weren't a match for a cataract appointment, for example. So that's another use case where we're seeing not only the transactional process, also answering to their questions regarding different kind of things that they need to prepare in advance of such of an appointment. We can see as well virtual assistant deployed for internal operations. I talked to you about human resources. We can have IT support. UiPath, which is also our technology provider for robotic process automation, is using 13 virtual assistants deployed for their own employees, helping them not only with the HR and IT support, opening tickets in ServiceNow, seeing ticket statuses, helping with incident classification. They are also helping with legal contracts analysis, so document management and document understanding. This is another use case that can actually be applied when using DRUID platform. They started with one virtual assistant, and this is how we are seeing the majority of the implementation starting. With one virtual assistant, then you have access to the conversation history. Then we are seeing what your end user is actually asking, and then you can automate even more and even more conversations for different areas and different patterns. When coming to US some time ago, even if we are starting with financial services, retail, with Kmart for order management, virtual assistants, getting my order statuses and so on, we identified this new space, which was the higher education one, where we started first with Georgia Southern, and now we have 30 universities in our portfolio. One of them is University System of Georgia, West Georgia as well. So we are focusing here and using and seeing used conversational assistants powered by DRUID in advisor's role for helping with the course management process. Or the virtual assistant is able for the students to give placement exam notifications on SMS, or the admin faculty staff that is taking care of just I want to check my balance. All of these are automated using virtual assistant conversation, and all of them do have in the back the component of generative AI agents, so giving smart answers, providing in the end with that end-to-end human experience using the latest technology available on the market. Also, in the government space, we used virtual assistants. We have virtual assistants available, for example, for City of Riverside, where the assistant is actually able to give you questions such as, I'm just visiting New York, where I can find a public space, if I can find a public space in New York. Otherwise, it will be a private one and I will have to pay even more. So we are seeing also this kind of industries and sectors where the virtual assistant is embedded. In the telco and the media space, another use case very interesting and dear to me is for NOC ticketing operations, so incident management classification, where the virtual assistant is actually checking and validating the quality of the data of all the incidents that are available in BMC remedy. So we can see now that we have a lot of tickets that are coming across on our applications that have very disruptive, let's say, information. Nothing is gathered in one place. The customer support agent has to do a lot of work in order to process and to understand what is there. The virtual assistant can help with the next best recommendation action and can help you further to have an updated ticket management system and to have all the data in one place. Another use case to which we actually developed the integration engine with ServiceNow started with FDA, where we have a virtual assistant available on their website for reporting different kind of problems. The idea is that the virtual assistant is not the one only integrated with ServiceNow, but moreover, it gives you also answers based on the knowledge media and articles available in ServiceNow. The government space was a space that we didn't interacted until then. And in this space, we have a very good partner of ours that is helping us with all the implementations. So I would like to welcome CHIT alongside with me in order to understand how is the government space working with conversational AI solutions and how they are deploying the assistants.
Thanks, Elena, and thank you for having me. I'm COO, and my name is Manoj Chaganti. I represent CHIT. Me and my wife owns the company, and we started as a small business in the federal agencies. We implemented several solutions in the federal sector, mainly CMS, Center for Medicare and Medicaid. And for the last 3-4 years, we have been working in the FDA That's where we identified there are a lot of modernization efforts possible. And after we were awarded the contract, then we started looking what are the modernization things we can do. You know, the federal agencies, it's not easy to move the things, and whatever we provide a solution, they don't listen immediately. They push it aside, and they will put it in the back burner. Whenever they feel, then they will bring it to the front. So it's a lot of working together. As a part of that, DRUID and CHIT, we both partnered. We identified the solutions, and we provided a lot of options to the government with this, and finally it stuck in their mind. So now when the Biden's administration, they come out, all the agencies, they need to look at the AI. That's where the FDA took a lot of initiations within the agency. Everything has to look differently. The transformations, the modernization, where we can do the optimization and visualization. So successfully, the pilot what we provided, they accepted. It is in the pre-prod right now, and it's going very well. And once that is done, we were awarded another contract in the regulatory side. And that's where we already provided, and we have some 4 months time to put the first version, and then we go. After the DRUID's capability and the CHIT integrated capability, we are getting another 4 more requests from different agencies on how to expand the DRUID into the solution into this. And this week we are sending confidential, we put it. There are another new agency. We already demonstrated a couple of times how these conversational ones, the content management. So government likes it, and they gave an opportunity to go into the next round. We are potentially expecting the second agency into this. So thanks for DRUID team working with us, and our architects and developers. There are a lot of expertise in the DRUID right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions if that I can take up?
Yeah, please.
FedRAMP, yes, this question came up. All the data, whatever we are saving in the cloud, it's supposed to be a federal compliant cloud, which is a federal certified, FedRAMP certified. Maybe my architect should come here to answer you, but this we discussed about it. We got the FDA ATO. I don't know how they mitigated. FDA also working, this came up. Do you remember anything what we did?
Yeah. So the virtual assistants, so the DRUID platform in terms of deployment is highly versatile. FedRAMP is a process on which the platform itself is working for the hybrid approach. For full on-premises approach, this is how we install DRUID also for FDA and US Air Force, is a deployment full on-premises.
It's a gradual step. Even the CMS, we implemented Enterprise Identity Management System way back in 2017 to, I think, 2013. But we are a prime from 2017, where a lot of systems were not in the FedRAMP cloud. And we identified as a gap, slowly one system over the other one, 67 systems, we moved into the cloud environment, federal cloud. But I don't remember the FDA related story. I can talk a lot on the other side. Maybe it's on the way or something.
There are some other questions. Okay, good. So I guess everyone is able to be prepared for lunch, right?